For this adventure, we're stepping off the beaten path into the hills of St. Catherine, Jamaica. Let's uncover the forgotten parish of St. John, where history hides among the trees. In the peaceful valley of Guanabova Vale, one of the oldest surviving churches and among ancient ruins that once powered a different world. And finally, the mighty silk cotton tree, the oldest living thing in Jamaica. It's a walk through time, where history, nature, and mystery collide. I'm Ajani, and this is the Season 2 premiere of Nature Adventure Jamaica. Welcome to the Cotton Tree Kitson Town Heritage Trail, a guided tour. Let's go. Our journey begins at the ferry gas station along Mandela Highway, Kingston, that legendary meetup spot for adventurers, day trippers, and yes, heritage tours. It's also where history hides in plain sight. This location was once famous for a ferry service, the Ferry Inn, and just across the road, Tom Cringle's Cotton Tree, a centuries-old giant that stood until 1971. Funny how our journey to one cotton tree begins near the ghost of another. The Ferry Inn was once the place to break the journey between Kingston and Spanish Town in the days of horse travel. I've passed here without noticing, maybe you have too, but it was Irene, a popular YouTuber from Jamaica with Irie and one of the tour guides today, who first pointed out this important historical blurb to me. Check it out the next time you visit the ferry gas station. Now let's continue the tour. Officially, our first stop is Guanabovale, St. Catherine, and this view, absolutely stunning. What many don't know is that this valley was once the capital of St. John, one of Jamaica's original 7 English parishes, founded after the British captured the island in 1655. A major turning point in our history. Back then, St. John stretched across the mountainous lands, northwest of Spanish Town, and today its remnants lie in what we now call Kitson Town. Throughout the journey, we were guided by Mr. Kennedy Reid, who shared powerful insights into the area's past.
What the missionaries did, they tried to buy land, good land, and distribute it to the former slaves, called what? Free villages. So opposite to slave villages, the free village. So the slave villages would have been somewhere down the road, and we think they would have been close to the tree we're going to visit. And then further back between St. Catherine, the southern St. Catherine, as you see here, those are Hillshire Hills. So those are the plains of St. Catherine. Between that and this valley was bought a land called Kitson Town. It was named Kitson Town. You drove through Kitson Town on the way here. Right? Eventually, Kitson Town began to replace Guanboa Vale as the center of this area. Those are the Hillshire Hills you're looking at, but on the right is Old Harbour area. That's the Old Harbour area you're looking.
Before heading deeper into Guanabova Vale, we stopped by the Cudjoe Hill sign for a few shots. We're hiking to the Cudjoe sign right now. This is a different adventure. No waterfalls or rivers. Straight nature this. So. Nice. So let's go. Deeper into Guanabova Vale, we visited the historical St. John Parish Church, one of the oldest surviving churches in Jamaica. Surrounded by towering trees and thick greenery, this place feels frozen in time. This church was established in the 1600s and remains one of the oldest churches in Jamaica.
On the right here, on the right of the church. So on that side, the Gilpin Hudson plot. On this side, the community believes that this is where the Manleys plots are. Okay, so the Manleys are here, the Gilpin Hudsons are there. So if you go outside and go around the church, if you're pushed over, but that is where we believe the Manleys, the Manley family would have been.
It felt sacred, a little eerie. Here you can find tombs outside and inside the church.
What you need to know is that when the English started leaving Jamaica in the end of 1890s, 1900s, one of their habits was to take their people who were buried on the estates and move them into churches. So you would find that a lot of like St. Dorothy's Church and this one, they would have moved, as Irina said, they would have moved them to secure them. They're leaving Jamaica, but they want to make sure that their relatives are fine, so they would actually move it here.
In the 1600s and 1700s, and in fact, two of these people came here on the 10th of May 1655, which was the original attack on Jamaica by the English. So one of them was Richard Dye, and the other one was a man there, Mr. Whitley.
You want the altar to the east, so most of these churches were built in that direction. And people would have buried the graves that you will see around us. The prime spot would have been in the east, but that is full now, so they would go right, you see going right around. You'd almost see the age going around the church until you get here, which are the more modern graves.
We're almost at the site of the oldest living thing in Jamaica. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures. Before we reach the cotton tree, we stop at the quiet remnants of an old aqueduct and sugar factory, once part of the Lloyd's estate, which began operation in 1741. Where are we headed now?
Into this factory.
Into this factory. What's the factory called?
It would be for Lloyd's and Belmont. Lloyd's factory.
Oh, what did they make?
Sugar.
Oh.
It would have been sugar.
Okay.
Remember we said this is one of the first lands settled by the
Oh.
English and the Spanish.
I wonder how long now it's abandoned.
Yeah, this is the factory. It used to be a factory. Yeah, you used to be a factory.
Yes, used to. Right terminology. Used to be a factory, yes.
Almost a factory.
Factory in another life, man. Watch it. So we're in the abandoned factory right now. This is a huge factory. Wow. This land is still used for sugarcane today, and though little remains, the history runs deep. Well, this place is huge.
We're not exactly sure when this was built, but it would have been built on top of other factories before this. We believe this is from the late 1800s or early 19 up to 1920s. Yes, because of the zinc, they call it zinc. The roofing material, yeah, and the roofing material is particularly hard. If you take that down and try to bend it, you can't. It's like iron. So that puts it up to 1920 at least. Because it's comparable to other estates that we have looked at.
Boiler over there?
No, they're all gone. Thankfully, the metal trade has not gotten us yet. That has been a real pain in Jamaica. Where a lot of our artifacts have been taken away to China to burn. So unfortunately, this one is still here. And if you look up here, if you come behind here, we have a huge gear. Unfortunately, that gear has been held in the soil, so it
Can't move.
It can't be removed. But
Okay.
if it could, I'm sure it would be end up in China.
So we're in the abandoned factory right now. Just got to take a picture with one of the gears. It feels like I'm in history. This is a different type of nature adventure. You know, this is nature taking over what was here from before. You know, it's abundance and nature moved in and grew everywhere, and now this is part of history now. You know, so um, I like it so far. I like it. I like it. I haven't been on a trip like this since probably when I was in primary school, where you go on the trips, especially to like the Institute of Jamaica, the museums, where they teach you about different landmarks, different artifacts. This is pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to what comes next. All right, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. We have more to come. Let's go. Next stop, the silk cotton tree. Go on the we'll hike to the cotton tree right now, the cotton tree. We'll say this is a very efficient tour. You go X place, Y place, Z place, then you know when to leave, know when to keep going. So we're gonna go now. Next, we took a short walk into the forest to discover one of Jamaica's most sacred giants. What a path! The tree. In the video I saw they couldn't tell where it was.
Stretched out maybe at one of the roots.
Yeah, sorry. Oh. Jeez.
Oh my goodness. It is huge. It is huge.
What did I eat that over there, sir?
Oh my day.
Wow. Jeez. And there it is, the mighty silk cotton tree, one of the largest and most visually spectacular trees in Jamaica. Standing nearly 20 feet tall with bark like elephant skin, it's estimated to be hundreds of years old, older than independence, the plantation, even the very parish it stands in. Things just feel, wow. It's huge. Feels crusty kind of like a patty. But yeah man, it clearly gives the impression that it's been around for quite some time, hundreds of years maybe. I'll have to check out more about that, but this is it, the cotton tree. Ta-da! Wow, I don't know why panting so hard. We never walk so fast, but never walk so far, but this is it. Another nature adventure. Alright, so if you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Would you go on a tour like this with Irie Labs? Highly recommend to check it out. I'm gonna scale this and see where I'm going. Just need somebody to film it for me. I'm gonna do it. Watch. But it isn't just a tree. It's a witness to the Maroons, the enslaved Africans, maybe even the Tainos. Cotton trees carry deep spiritual meaning in Jamaica. People once avoided them at night or left offerings like rum. This tradition still lives on, even in this very trip.
And thank you for accepting us here today, and we bless you with our offering.
And the third one.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Standing here beneath the mighty cotton tree, you can feel the weight of history and spirit it holds. Alright, so we made it to the big cotton tree. Whew. To be honest, it was a hike, but this has had to be the shortest hike I've ever been on in my entire life. We hiked for like maybe 2 minutes. You could see the footage where we're just walking, and then we buck up on it. But this is it. It's huge, so it is as advertised. I was saying earlier that it seems like it has an elephant-like skin structure, but it's cool to look at. It's cool to climb, to scale. I'm hoping that they take the time to preserve it. But it's definitely worth seeing, man. This is a different nature adventure for me. I normally go into waterfalls, rivers, mountains, and now we're at a giant cotton tree. So what's next? It just shows that there's more of Jamaica to explore. There's not just rivers, waterfalls, and beaches and mountains. There's a lot more, and I hope to discover all of it. All right. So please like, share, subscribe. Thanks to Jamaica with Irie and the Irie Labs for putting on this tour. I had a ton of fun. Every place I've been to was extremely exciting and different. A historical component to this channel might be something that I'm missing, and I would definitely come on this tour again, man. I like to learn and experience new things, and as long as nature is involved, I have to love it. All right, so like and share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next adventure. We're at the cotton tree. We're about to leave. Please don't leave me, you know, but I was attempting to scale it. I could not, but it just shows you how much of a behemoth this really is, man. It's truly a sight to behold.